What is going on, you guys? AK40 Kevin here in the Gamer Heaven. Today we're going to be unboxing, setting up, and reviewing the Stealth 700 Gen 2 by Turtle Beach. These are specifically for Xbox One, Series S and X, as well as Windows 10 with an adapter dongle. We find that out later. I have tested a lot of headsets on this channel, and I will say these are pretty doggone good. Nothing is perfect in life, and these aren't either. There is some things, some nitpicky things, as well as some pretty major issues, but really good headphones. There are timestamps in the video, so if you don't care about the unboxing, or you don't care about the setup on the Xbox, or you specifically want to go over the mobile phone app which controls these, or you just want to get my final thoughts at the end, that's fine. There's timestamps for all that stuff. Let's get this thing. Alrighty guys, over here at the Stormtrooper PC, holding the Stealth 700 Gen 2, which is designed specifically for the new Xbox, which it does say on the side is, of course, the Series X, S, and of course does work with the Xbox One, as well as Windows 10 PC. However, it says certain Windows 10 PCs will require an adapter. I'm pretty sure any modern Windows 10 PC should just pair right up seamlessly, but we'll find that out in this video. So of course you have some lime green branding here, as it is an exclusive Xbox product, i.e. it cannot be used with PlayStation. You have their little catchphrase over here, hear everything, defeat everyone, marketing everywhere. So some of the features of this bad boy before we break into the box: it is durable and comfortable, a tough metal reinforced headband paired with AeroFit cooling gel infused memory foam. So AeroFit, nice little marketing gimmick name there, but I have heard these are incredibly comfortable, so hopefully that is the case. It is a Gen 2 flip to mute mic, so the microphone will go into its muted position when you flip it into the actual ear cup. Easy to access audio controls. You do have a slew of buttons and dials on the left ear cup for your chat balance, volume, equalizer, Bluetooth pairing. Now, if you are connecting directly to an Xbox or a Windows 10 PC, it'll be connected via a 2.4 gigahertz connection, not Bluetooth, which is a good thing. You do not want to game with Bluetooth, whether it's for a controller, mouse, keyboard, headset. There is noticeable input delay, and Bluetooth is a very, very slow medium of data transfer in comparison to something like a dedicated 2.4 gigahertz dongle or a built-in 2.4 gigahertz connection. Like, for example, the Razer Viper Ultimate over here, this is literally just as fast as being connected via wire, and it has a 2.4 gigahertz dongle. So it works seamlessly with Xbox. Connect your headset like you would pair a controller. No wires, no base station, no adapter needed. Literally, you just pair it up like a controller. It does have Bluetooth, and that is for if you're going to be using it with a phone to do some mobile gaming or just listen to music. You can also take calls with it with the onboard microphone. App-based audio customization, so they do have the Turtle Beach Audio Hub, which is the software suite for this. Anytime you get a headset from Corsair, Razer, HyperX, SteelSeries, any of the major brands, you are going to have control of the equalizer, the RGB lighting, and your microphone tone by going into the software settings and whatnot. This also does have Windows Sonic, which is the built-in, pre-baked into Xbox and Windows 10 surround sound. It's not the best. It's not as good as Dolby Atmos or anything like that, but Windows Sonic is decent. Pro specs: comfort-driven design removes pressure on your glasses while you play, so it looks like it has a slight cut-in on the headband for you glasses wearers. And it has 20 hours of battery life, which is pretty darn good. Now let's go ahead and break into this bad boy. There is a little sticker on this side right here. Alright, so you have some foam here in the front. You have your headphones. Now, the packaging on the inside isn't too great. You do have that foam right there, but this is just hard cardboard. You don't have any kind of laser cut foam holding the product in place or anything. So, for a $150 headset, which, by the way, it's $150 MSRP right now if you go to Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, the Navy Exchange, tax-free. That's what you're going to pay for it. You also have a cable here for charging. It is USB-C, which is good, but it is not braided or microfiber. It is just rubberized, and it is very, very short. So you are not going to be charging and using this. That's for sure. This is about a, I don't know, two foot cable. And then underneath the actual cardboard, you have one of these silica packets here to keep it fresh for the trip. So that is the only accessories that you have. You don't have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which I'm assuming it has a port on it. and I would have assumed incorrectly. So you cannot use these wired whatsoever. So wireless is going to be your option. And to me, I see that as a bit of a downside. A lot of people would probably like to use this headset wired at certain times, not to mention that would make it compatible with the PS4 if you just jack it into the bottom of the controller. So, yeah, these are going to be wireless only. Very interesting. So the headphones themselves feel super premium. So the ear cups do rotate, and when you rotate them, they have like a really good resistance and weight to them. I expected them just to be kind of loose and floppy, like my Razer Nari Ultimates over here, which just, you know, they just flop around. These are good headphones, but they just kind of, you know, there's no tension in them or anything like that. And these have like a nice, like they stay exactly where you put them. And it has like a good resistance when you're swiveling them. Oh man, these do feel good. The ear cups feel really good to the finger touch. They are microfiber. They have two different materials. They have kind of a leatherette material on the outside, which will help to seal in a lot of the sound from the drivers. And then on the inside, you have that, oh my goodness, that Cool Touch material, which had that real gimmicky marketing name. But this does feel like it would keep your ears cool. This inner layer that's up against your actual ear is meant to basically dissipate heat so you don't sweat and stuff like that. And then the outer layer, which is sealed off, is to seal in the sound, as these are closed back headphones. You do have 50mm drivers in there, which should sound pretty doggone good. We'll see about the bass response and whatnot. They do also swivel out a little bit on this hinge mechanism. The padding on the headband feels also incredibly soft. It has kind of a gel in there, it feels like. So that's really nice. As far as adjusting them, good resistance here, nice tactile clicks for each step, and a lot of adjustability. And I'm having to use a good amount of strength to move them with my hands, which means that these probably will stay in place very, very well. Little Turtle Beach logo on the side there. I don't believe these have any RGB, but we'll find that out as soon as we power them on. Now, slapping them on my head, you have an L for left, R for right. So very comfortable. My ears are not pressed up against the drivers, which is surprising because I have relatively large ears, I would say. Not freakishly large, but pretty large. The ear cups are incredibly soft. They also do a tremendous job of cutting out outside noise. They are completely sealed on my ears. I'm getting a good seal. I can't hear my PC fans, just barely. The headband fits right there in the crown of your skull, right there on the top of your dome. They feel really well secured. They don't have a lot of clamping pressure to where it's discomfortable or anything like that, but they do stay on your head really well too. Like if I do this with my Nari Ultimates right now, I'll do the shake test. These are a loose goose. These will fall right off you. See what I mean? First shake, they're gone. Yeah, you can wiggle these off, as where if I literally try to wiggle these off, so you can kind of headbang them off. But again, unless you game like that, just full metal, I don't really think you're going to have any issues with these staying on your head or anything, because you're pretty much stationary when you're gaming, unless you get real excited, guys. Drivers look really, really nice inside of there. As for your controls, you have absolutely nothing on the right whatsoever. No plugs, no ports, no buttons. On the left, you do have the entire suite of controls here. So you have your plug for USB-C. You have a sync button for Xbox. It's the same logo you get on controllers when you're trying to sync a new controller. You'll press this down, then press your sync button on the Xbox. It'll pair up. This is for Bluetooth connectivity if you're trying to put it into Bluetooth pairing for your phone. This is a power mode. And then this button here that is marked mode, this is for your equalizer settings. It does have an onboard equalizer. I won't be able to get a good gauge just by having them on my head for about a minute. I'd have to game with it for a few hours to see if I'm getting any fatigue, if my ears are sweating, if the headband starts cutting in, if I get any pressure on my temples or anything. But as of now, I gotta say, quite comfortable. So your mode for the different equalizers, as well as that superhuman hearing. Then you also have your volume dial up and down, which does actually stop at the top and bottom. And then you have a free spinning dial that just continually spins infinitely. And I'm pretty sure that is for your chat and game balance, but we'll find that out soon. All right, so as for the instruction manual, we have this little cardboard box labeled literature. Opening up. Got a couple documents in here, it looks like. You get a Turtle Beach sticker. Nice, nice. Not as pretty as Razer's holographic stickers. That's going to dock them a couple points. Just kidding. You have your warranty and service information here for purchases in Australia. So this whole piece of paper right here is literally for one geographic area, for Australia. We're going to go ahead and chuck that out because I'm in North America. Attention, do not return this product to the store. Turtle Beach can help. Of course, anytime you buy an electronics good, they are going to have their customer support on there trying to get you to not refund or return, to call tech support and see if you can get it up and running. Also going to toss that sticker. So you have your actual instruction manual here, which I am not a huge fan of. I will say that right off the bat. So first of all, I don't like these pamphlet style designs. I just prefer like a little booklet. And also, no color or anything like that. It does have pictures. They're pretty descriptive. Download the Turtle Beach Audio Hub mobile application on your iOS or Android device. So if you boys are going to be using this on an iPhone or Android, you have an application where you can actually control your equalizer and your mic settings from your phone. That's very nice. Well, that's some bullshit. So, you can use these on PC, but you have to buy a wireless adapter that is not included with this bad boy. It's called the Xbox wireless adapter. It's like a little USB thumb drive. It's not even a small dongle. It's like a pretty large USB adapter in order to use this. So, $150 headset that doesn't include a dongle to use on PC. So this is only usable on Xbox One and Xbox Series. So why they couldn't just include some kind of a tiny dongle like this that's built into the headphones, instead of having a huge, long thumbstick, a large USB thumb drive style adapter that you need to pay an additional $25 for. I just looked that up online. If you want to use these on PC, which a lot of people that have a console probably have a gaming PC as well. And when you buy an expensive device, anything over $100 headset-wise, you probably want to be able to work on at least two platforms. So either Xbox and PC, PS4 and PC, PS4 and PS5. Now, granted, this does work on Xbox One and the Xbox Series, but that's to be expected. So, kind of unfortunate, and you'd have to spend an extra $25 to get the adapter to get it with your PC, unless you want to use Bluetooth, but for the love of God, don't do that. Remember, Bluetooth, don't do it. I do have my assistant with me today, don't I? Who's the big princess? Oh, who's the prettiest girl at the ball? That's you. All right, she just let me know. Headset paired, pops up on screen, headset assigned to this user. So pairing this is very easy. Hold down power button for 3 seconds. You'll get an audio cue with a lady voice saying power on, battery level, high, medium, or low. Then you're gonna press down the headset button here. It'll say headphones pairing. All right, so by default, the mode button is going to turn on and off the superhuman hearing, which basically, I read the instruction manual. What it does is it amplifies quiet sounds. So enemy footsteps, maybe somebody weapon reloading or something kind of quietly. It'll boost that volume up so you can pinpoint what direction it is. Now, for me, I feel like that's going to take me out of the immersion of the game quite significantly because all the quiet volumes are boosted up. As we're, I kind of want the most natural sound. So obviously footsteps are kind of quieter, gunshots and explosions are loud and jarring. That kind of puts you in the immersion of the game. So superhuman hearing, I guess, is cool if you're trying to get an edge up, a leg up in multiplayer or something. But as far as just playing like a campaign or something, I'm going to leave that off. I will mess around with it, obviously, in this video to give you guys my thoughts as to how it actually sounds. But that's what it does. Superhuman hearing boosts up all the quiet sounds to where they're easily audible for you. So by flipping your mic up and down, it will activate it. You will get a little audio cue when you turn the mic on and off by flipping it up and down. So it has 3 distinct steps in there. It has to be all the way in the down position for the microphone to be on. We are going to test the microphone quality in this video so you can hear what I sound like. All right, this is with the microphone away from my mouth, and this is with it pushed in towards my mouth. This is pushed in towards my mouth, and this one is pulled away from my mouth. This is away from my mouth with the Turtle Beach headphones. This is your volume button on top, and then by default, this multi-function button works as your mic monitoring. So hearing your voice play back in your headset so you know if you're talking too loud or too quiet and what your audio sounds like, if you're peaking and clipping and stuff like that. But you can change the settings in the application. I am going to install the app on my phone right now, as that is the only way to control these. There's not an application in the PC for these. You control these strictly from the smartphone application. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to show you guys the application real quick before it crashes again. This is a very, very poor app. I'm going to say that right up front. It has a 2 out of 5 star review out of 206 reviews on the Apple Store at least. I'm sure the Google Android Store is probably the exact same. This application is very, very poor, and I'm going to explain exactly why right now. So to get the application paired to the headphones, you need to go into Bluetooth pairing mode, which of course disconnects it from the wireless pairing with the Xbox. Each time you go into this application to change the equalizer settings or settings for your microphone, you need to repair. Go over to your physical console, hit the pairing button here. So anytime you want to change, tweak an equalizer setting or something, you have to pair to Bluetooth to this. So over here you have your game volume level, which as I adjust the wheel on the side of the headset, as you can see it adjusts there. You have your superhuman hearing, which you can turn on and off again with the button on the, headset, as you see I'm doing right now. You can also adjust the amplification of the superhuman hearing mode. When you go into superhuman hearing mode, it obviously makes the game sound very, very unnatural. It doesn't sound good by any means whatsoever. You don't want to leave that on for sustained periods of time. That's strictly if you're trying to hear some footsteps or something like that. But honestly, I'm never ever going to use superhuman hearing mode. I mean, if I can't hear somebody's footsteps just naturally from the organic, real, natural sounds of the game that was meant to be heard, I'm not going to pump it in with artificial software. You know what I mean? You do have your mic monitoring over here. I leave that off. I don't like to hear myself in my headset or anything like that. You have your presets here for equalizer, custom over here. When you can either long press or swipe over like that to edit it. And it's not a full equalizer where you have like equalizer bars for different frequencies. All you have is treble, bass, and dialogue, which I'm assuming would be mids because obviously human vocals is in like the mid range. I'm also going to show you guys something in the Xbox settings that you want to set for these headphones. So swiping over to the next menu, you have the programming for the programmable wheel on there. So not the actual volume wheel, but the one underneath it. You can have it adjust your chat blend for how loud your chat volume is in comparison to your game. Mic monitoring level, how sensitive the superhuman hearing is, and then also Bluetooth volume. So I'm going to keep it on chat volume. Now over here for the button, you can have it switch through different game presets. I don't know why they call it game presets. That's the equalizer. So scrolling through those 5 equalizer modes. Then you have noise gate, which will basically cut out background noise like your fan or, I don't know, if you have a noisy PC or something like that, then it'll cut out that background noise a little bit. And then chat boost, which basically amplifies your mic ever so slightly. You can also turn the noise gate on and off. I'm just going to leave it off. And then these adjust the level of the female voice and the little beeps and tones that you're going to get in the headphones. And then over here to the right, another reason why this application sucks a fat meat, it tells me, okay, update available. Cool, I press on it. You have to plug this into your PC via a micro USB to do the update. What is the point of having an application if you cannot do update via Bluetooth? Why can't I just send it over the airwaves via Bluetooth? So now I need to install a program on my PC that I'm never really going to use besides doing firmware updates. So I guess I can do the updates and then uninstall it off my PC and then have this application on my phone, which again, I probably only use this a couple times in the lifespan of having the headphones. I'm going to find settings I like and then never touch this again because this app actually sucks. It doesn't have that much controllability. Not to mention, it took me 3 tries to get this paired to my headset because you have to power your headset completely off, turn Bluetooth off on your phone, turn it back on, and then power the headphones on to get it to pair. And I'm sure I'm not the only person having this issue, considering all over the reviews on Amazon, it's saying that this is an issue. The headset itself has 4.5 out of 5 star reviews out of like 2,600. It's a very well perceived headphones, but the application has a 2 out of 5, and all over the reviews, people are saying, yeah, the app sucks, the software suite is trash, and yeah, I fully agree with that, which sucks because the hardware itself, the headset itself, sounds pretty good in signature mode. I've had the volume all the way at 100%, so maxed out, and it's not super loud or anything like that. I wish it got maybe a little bit louder, and I wish the bass response was a little bit deeper and a little bit more rich without having to actually go into bass boost mode. I would like just the natural sound to have a little bit more bass in the low frequencies, which it doesn't. It's not terrible. There is a little bit of bass, but it's not great. The highs are pretty accurate. The mids do not feel muddy or anything like that. You feel the sound. The mids don't sound muddy or anything like that. They don't feel tinny or hollow or anything like that. Dialogue was rich. And then I'm going to show you guys something in the Xbox real quick. So going over here to settings, general, volume, and audio. Now over here, by default, this was at stereo uncompressed. I did play with the headset for about 30 minutes like that. Switched it over to Windows Sonic. These two over here do require a paid application to get running. So Dolby Atmos and DTX, they not only require a paid subscription to unlock the feature for your headset, but also you have to have a headset that actually supports that. This does not. This specifically says on the box it's for Windows Sonic, as it is a licensed Xbox and Windows 10 headset, even though you need a $25 dongle to play on Windows 10, which I also think is ridiculous. That the only way to play with this on PC is with a dongle you have to buy. And it's a fat dongle too, so that's going to be sticking off the top of your tower, as were like the Razer Naris, for example. I always compare to those, but they've been my daily drivers for 2.5 years. That has a dongle this big that is built into the headset and comes with it, so the fuck. But yeah, you want to have it on Windows Sonic. It definitely does make the headphones sound a whole heck of a lot better. I was actually able to get better stereo spread, so when somebody was talking to me in the game, I would turn, and I felt like I got better stereo spread of where the sounds were. Also, when I was listening to like enemies creep up and stuff like that, it just sounded a little bit more natural and rich when I was in Windows Sonic mode. And it's free, so why the hell not just turn it on? Also, I wish the little voice assistant on here would tell you what mode you're in, so when you're switching through the equalizer, you have to kind of guess, like, oh, there's a lot of treble now, I must be in treble boost, as where the little female voice could come on and say, like, treble boost mode or bass boost mode, so you know exactly what you're in. Same thing when you're turning on and off the supersonic hearing. Granted, you can kind of tell because it gets really, it sounds like robot ears. It doesn't sound natural at all. You wouldn't want a game like that. It takes you way out of the immersion of the game, but you can definitely hear, you know, footsteps and reloading and stuff off in the distance. But it would still be nice to have her say, like, you know, Sonic ears on, Sonic ears off, so you knew exactly what mode you're in. That's just kind of frustrating. Also, you do get a little beep whenever you put the mic up or down to mute it, so that's kind of nice. But when you switch through your sound profiles, you get 1 to 4 beeps depending on what mode you're in. So that's signature sound. There's bass boost. There's bass and treble boost. There's vocal boost. And we're back in signature sound. But damn, dude. So now we're going to turn Bluetooth off and see if it just automatically pairs back over to the Xbox. That's how it should work. Hey, all right, baby girl. Okay, all right. Ooh, all right. So that is how it should work. When you disconnect from the Bluetooth from the stupid phone app, it just automatically pairs back up to the series, which is good because that didn't happen earlier. I had to go over there, bend my old fat ass over, and almost snap my back because I'm hella old to pair the shit back up. And that is super frustrating. But anyway, I'm going to get nitty gritty with some gameplay for a little bit, and then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts, okay? Be right back, sweetheart. Alrighty, boys, so I did a metric S ton of testing with these bad boys. I tried out each and every audio mode or equalizer mode several times. I closed my eyes. I turned my character around. I was specifically looking for audio cues off in the distance and whatnot. I messed around with Windows Sonic on and off, blah, blah, blah. My consensus is the best sound quality you're going to get out of these is with Windows Sonic on in your Xbox. That is the artificial surround sound through the Xbox. And then as far as the equalizer setting in here, the third mode, which is bass and treble boost, that helps with the volume issue where it actually gets very loud when you have that on because it's boosting both the low and high frequencies. Mids are left untampered with, but it seems to give me the best audio quality. Also mess around with signature. That does sound pretty good. Or if you just want some nice, thick, rich bass, try bass mode as well. The only one that you really want to steer clear of is the vocal boost one. That made everything sound super flat. Like just standing there shooting my gun and then switching through the audio modes. Oh man, the fourth mode, the vocal clarity one, sounds super tinny and super flat, not satisfying at all. But I will say my favorite was the third mode, the bass and treble boost. I think it gives you not only the highest volume and never gets distorted even at 100% volume. I had it sustained at 100% for a long time. probably deaf now, but they actually do get pretty darn loud when you're in that mode. And they sound really clear too, even at 100% volume, zero distortion. You could hear all the separate sounds going on, you know, your teammates screaming, explosions off in the distance. It sounded really, really good, to be honest. And that's what I have to say. These actually do sound very good. The audio quality is phenomenal. I think they're very rich, very vibrant. They sound very accurate. They sound good. And then also the comfort is very, very good. They didn't give me any fatigue whatsoever on the top of my head, my temples. The clamping force doesn't feel strong, but yeah, you saw when I was doing the shake test in the beginning of the video, they hold to your head quite well, but they don't feel like they're grasping your head tightly. So that's very, very nice. I will say they cosmetically look really good. I just like that simple black design. They don't have any crazy lime green coloration to them, which is great because a lot of times if it's an Xbox exclusive, it'll have lime green, or if it's PlayStation exclusive, it'll have blue on it, and I don't really like that. I think these are a really clean, classy design that would go good with anybody's setup. If it's hanging up next to your console on a headphone stand or something like that, you'd be good to go. What I do not like, I will say, that app I showed you, the software integration is absolutely atrocious. There's not a lot of customization in that, and the fact that you cannot do firmware updates via Bluetooth, what's the point of having an app and then installing an app on your PC just to do the update? Not to mention pairing back and forth between the Xbox and the application. I mean, as you saw, I finally figured out you just turn off Bluetooth and it goes back to the Xbox, but originally it was not doing that. The first time I paired, I had to physically go back and repair with my console, which is relatively frustrating. I don't know if that's going to be the experience for all of you guys. If there are any owners of this headset watching this video, please drop in the comment section below your experience with that. I genuinely want to know if you experienced that difficulty pairing, or if it was just a seamless integration. You know, you just turned them on, you're on your Xbox, and you're good to go. Also, let me know if you do own this pair of headphones, what your favorite mode, equalizer mode, out of the four is. For me, it was a close draw between like the signature mode and the bass versus bass and treble boost. So signature, bass and treble. 4, that vocal boost, no sir. Overall though, I gotta say, for $150, these do feel super premium and super durable. They're incredibly comfortable. My ears never got hot because of that little cooling gel they have in there or whatever. Memory foam felt great. Very, very comfortable. The drivers didn't press up against my actual earlobes or anything like that. So comfort good, sound quality good, packaging decent. They could have put some laser cut foam in there. And then again, the software integration, either just have like a dedicated PC app. And also the fact you have to buy a dongle to play these on PC is also not too acceptable. Because if it's for Xbox, it should be on PC as well. That's just a given. But overall, I would say the sound quality and the comfort, which is two of the most important things, were on point. So for $150, honestly, I don't see you really regretting getting these headphones unless you're strictly trying to play these on PC, in which case you'll have to buy that dongle. But other than that, the sound quality was phenomenal on the Xbox. Alright guys, that's going to do it. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about these headphones, drop that in the comment section below. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. That helps it to get seen by other people, as the YouTube algorithm does me no favors for my channel. Subscribe for more gaming peripheral reviews, headsets, keyboard, mice, controllers. I also do PC builds on this channel, as well as gameplay vlogs and a whole bunch of other cool tutorials. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell to the right of it, because that way you'll actually be aware when my videos come live. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.